OfficialBehindTheGloves.com in association with SJ Boxing, here with the WBC lightweight champion of the world, Devin Haney. Devin, Yuriokis Gamboa, man, you guys have a long history with one another. You guys you were talking upstage about how he was actually training late night while you were still a kid, youngster, took the legendary picture and everything. What did it take to get to this point where you two are actually going to fight one another?
For me, it took a lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice. He's been at the top, for a while now, since I was a young kid. So I don't know what it took for him to stay here, but for me, I worked hard to get here.
Everyone knows Yuriokis. He has very good skill, always been a very good fighter. Only 3 losses, 2 of the big losses that he has against Terrence Crawford, and the last one versus Davis. He had the Achilles injury and everything. What do you need to do in this fight to actually kind of make Gamboa look average and not look as good as he did versus those two? Because he did give Terrence some tough time. He was able to actually give Gervonta a tough time with the Achilles injury. What do you need to do?
We got a game plan. We got some things that we've been working on to go in there and execute. But it's different. You could watch a guy all day and night, and you go in there and it'd be a total different fighter. So I understand that. So we just got to go in there and adjust and see how the fight goes. But it will be different with Devin Haney.
Now, in this lightweight division, there is the 4-headed monsters. Everybody's calling it you, Teofimo, Ryan Garcia, and Tank. Obviously, Tank had a very dominating performance with that knockout versus Leo this past weekend. Teofimo, you had reactions of that after beating Loma and everything. What do you need to prove in this fight to actually say that you're there with those guys, if not above them?
Just a dominant performance. I just got to go in there and be dominant, and that's the key. I want to go in there and beat Gamboa, worse than he's ever been beat before. He fought Tank. He had success with Tank. Even though Tank knocked him out, he had success more than the average person has had with Tank. More than anybody has had with Tank. I want to go in there, and I don't want him to have any type of success.
Besides yourself, out of the other 3 guys, which one's actually impressed you the most? Which one of those 3 guys have actually you look like, oh wow, that's a really good performance right there? Which one of those 3 done that?
They're all putting on good performances. I can't lie. I can't lie and say that that any of them are looking bad. They're all putting on good performances, and that's good for the division. That's good for boxing. It's making these fights stir up to be bigger and bigger.
Can I get your thoughts on Bob Arum saying that he would rather put, let's say Teofimo in there with like a Ryan Garcia or maybe a Tank Davis, but not you, because he feels like you haven't promoted yourself, or you're not as visual as the other guys are. You're not as seen by fans as much as Tank or Ryan.
Bob has said a lot of things. He's been saying things like that for a while now, which it is what it is. I don't think that Bob has intentions of doing any type of business with me, which is fine. It's when the time comes, it is what it is.
Talk about the experiences of fighting in a bubble. Like, this is just completely weird. This is completely different. Mind you, you're wearing a mask right now. I'm on the other side. We're about a good 5-6 feet away from another. We're both wearing masks, but just talk the experience of actually being or having to go through this.
Yeah, it's definitely different. This whole mask situation, but we knew what it was going to be, and we just got to make the best of it. I'm happy to be back in the ring. I'm happy to be back under those lights, whether it's not many fans in the audience or whatever. I know that it's thousands of people watching all over the world, so I'm happy to be back.
And finally, just let the fans know where they could watch it and what to expect Saturday night.
Live on DAZN Saturday night. It's going to be fireworks. I can't wait to showcase everything that I've been working on, everything that the fighter that I've grown into in this past year.
Now let the fans know where they can follow you as well, all your social medias.
Instagram, Twitter, @RealDevinHaney.
All right, thank you for your time, Devin. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else